Hello students, before talking about the security of applications we build in Appsheet, let me tell you about how we can make changes in our data tables back in the backend where our data tables are, and how we can change our data table. It's simple. You just make changes here in your data tables, if they are in the Google Sheet or anywhere, if they are in Excel, if they are in the data tables, or they are in the SQL database, wherever they are, you just create changes. And how you can update that changes, how you can bring the changes to Appsheet, I tell you that method, that how we can do it. Let's create some changes in the tasks table. Let's say we had a task and it has we allocate some budget to it. Let's say budget. Let's say we add a new column to our data table that is about budget, and that will be a price, means how many amount is required to execute that task. If we let's say if we say someone that make an ad on social media to find someone to find a great resource on social media, then we sometimes require to run ads, to run ad campaigns. For that we need money. So here in the task ad we are going to create a new column, a new variable. Let's say budget. What will be the budgeted amount, budgeted cost of that task? Let's say I'm adding that budget, and let me add another let me add another column. Let's say actual amount, how many amount it was spent there on that task when it completes. So let me say actual amount, how many amount the task owner, the task performer has spent. And we are also adding another table, another column. Let's say variance, means what's the difference between actual amount that we spent and what was the budgeted amount, what the amount that we allocated for that task. So these three new variables we added, new columns we added to the task, to the each task. This is each row is a complete task, as in one object. Let's say this is the row number 2 is a complete task. The task is hiring a manager, and it is assigned to Shahid. The Shahid, it picks the ID of the manager. Here we will create some changes that we could we see the name of that project, that task owner. What is the task complete? So this is complete object. This one row is one complete task. It give detail about one task. So in here we added 3 new columns. So let's see how we can add these 3 new columns, how we can tell to Appsheet to add these 3 new columns. We will how we can update this in the Appsheet. So we will come in the data section in the side navigation bar, and there we go to the data table task, in here, and let's say in the data table, let's say to the data table task. And here we are here in data table task. In the task we say we want to view columns. Here you can see this one button here on the top. In this table editor we have this regenerate structure. As we will click on that, it will automatically pick that 3 new columns, and then we will see the data types of that 3 new column we are adding. So after clicking that, this says, the Appsheet says that after clicking this regeneration button, changes will occur. So no problem, we need it. So you can see now, you will see now that 3 new tables and 3 new columns are added. You can see budget, actual amount, and variance. So but what are the data type of these 3 new columns? We don't need, these are not text, it's a price, it's about money. So let me change it to price. It's amount, it's an amount. So for amount we use the data type price. So we change it to price, we change all the 3 to price, but let me change the currency too. In what currency we need that figures, that values. We can click that pencil icon, and there we go, the price, the data type is price, and here I can change the currency symbol. In each column editor, each column has one editor where we edit things about column data type, about its each column structure, about each column what formula we can add to that data, that column. So each column has its own editor. Remember students, each view mean each interface has its own editor. Each column, each table has its own editor in Appsheet, and each column has its own editor. So this is now we are in the column editor. The column is budget. Here the table is task. You can see here the table is task and the column is budget, and we are creating changes in the budget. And here we can create formula for that column, that how we can calculate the value of that column. If we pick some value from other column into this column, we will create formula. In the coming up video we will be telling about formulas. So we can change the currency symbol of this column. Let's say we need it in dollars, or we need, you say, in rupees, in our currency. Let's say it's rupees. Let me change it to dollar. Where is the dollar? Just you have to yeah, here on the top. Okay, so we create we change. By default it takes the dollar sign, so we change the dollar here, the currency of budget, the currency of this column. Let's say it's also, the data type is price, and I want to change the currency to dollar. You can change to many currencies are available here. Almost every currency is available. So let me change this to the variable, this column formatting we are doing. So we are done now. Let me save the changes here, and now let's check that whether these 3 columns are there in our interface or not. Let's go to the task interface. Let's create a new task. let's see whether we have, yeah, there we go. We have the 3 new column about budget, about actual, about variance. The 3 new columns are there in our task table in the task interface. Here we can change this appearance like 2 digits. We don't need this 2 digits, so once again column customization editor is there. We can come here, you can create it to 0. You don't need, you will see and it removes the 2 decimal places. You can remove these 2. Let's say variance 2. We create it like this. So now let me save the changes and now let's see how we can add we add a new, let's create a new task, friends. You can see we go to the tasks and let me create a new task. The new task has its own ID and it should be unique because the primary key should be unique, so that each record should not match other record, because when 2 records have same keys, then the system do not differentiate that, so it doesn't differentiate that, so it creates problem. That's why each record, each task should have a unique ID, a unique primary key. So what is the description? Now we have 2 tasks already. One was hiring an HR manager, the second one was hiring a digital marketer. Now a digital marketer is done. Now let's say we need a social media manager. Let's say social media, hiring a social media manager, hiring a social media manager. Okay, and now as we have already onboarded Ali, and Ali is the HR manager, now we assign this task to Ali. Ali will do that task, and we are opening this task. It is in progress. And what is the time? It takes the today's time. And what is the deadline? Let me give it a deadline. Let's say 1 week from now, and the same time. Is it now? What is the attachment? Let's give him some detail that we want a guy, a person as per these description, job description. And what is the budget of executing this task? Let's say $50. And here we finished it, and let it let me keep that 2 columns without any value. Let me keep it empty, because we will come later on, as we will complete that, we will change that. So here so far so good. Here is the task is created, and let me create the task. So let's see how the task is whether the task is created or not. And let's yeah, the task is created. You can say Ali is the owner of that task. He is hiring a social media manager. Let me see it there in yeah, it is there. You can see the budget is here, $50. Okay, so this is how we add new columns to our table. This is how we amend our table. This is how we change our tables. This is how we scale our tables or application. If our needs changes, if we want to create generate the structure of our tables. If we want to make change, so it's very open, it's very flexible. I talked about that Appsheet is a very flexible platform. So this is, you have seen the flexibility, because we added new table to columns to the tables, so it allows us to do changes in the tables later on. So coming up, we will be learning about how we can add formulas to each column, which is a very important part and very crucial part. Thank you so much.